Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Welcome. Final test of can I make Le Mans Ultimate work? Otherwise it's plan B. iRacing is probably the good plan B actually. So if after one race we're jumping ship, you know why. I'm trying. Welcome in. Oh boy. So we're going in for a sprint race back at Le Mans. Same track we were battling with last time I was streaming this. I changed every setting under the sun to see if I can make it run happy. It's time to find out. How you doing, Wizard? Anybody got some like racing to watch at the weekends? I wasn't planning to watch any, but now I've realized how much is on. I'm probably going to have something on the screen over the weekend. I think we've got real life Nordschleifer event. Got 24-hour endurance in ACC at the same track. Talking to Mr. Git briefly about that. Something else as well. The beginning of the GT World Challenge, I think. I need to remind myself of all the start times. But yeah, there's plenty going on. Right. So this is planning to be a few hours of streaming this. This race will tell me very quickly if I've managed to get around previous problems. Since recent patches, just some of you know this very well, but I've been stuttering very hard, especially on the bigger circuit. Now I did a practice run off stream just now, and it was minimal. And since my last drop of graphics, possibly got rid of it, but it tends to just resurface at any random point of the race. So the only way I can test is to race. I might as well be live while I do it because that's the most realistic test. But yeah, the early patches, I was running this game at like high settings, happy days. So now we're going to see if turning a few things down and turning a few things off will keep it alive for me. If not, I literally can't race it until I find out NLS. That's what I was thinking of. I always think it's NES. Is that the same or is that a different series? Because the ES is the endurance series. But yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, I think. Is that the same one that Jimmy and Super GT are going to be driving? I don't know if I'm blurring different mixes of events. I know they've got a GT4 in something. I've been so buried with stuff I'm doing that I haven't really sat down and paid attention properly. Right. Time to find out then. We're in the Chevy or in the Corvette? I haven't driven this for a bit. Well, I mean, I drove it today a little bit, but that aside. Quick check. Game audio is not going through, is it? I can see it's not going through. Useless. So that bug is still there. Good to know. You should have it now, however. I think that'll fix it. Fixed it? Fixed it or no? I only get this in Le Mans, it's crazy. We're back, thank you. Right. No point in going driving if no one can hear it. Every time I start a stream in Le Mans. Crazy. Unusual procedure for me. My practices and very rarely proper practices because of technical. So our quali is going to be our sight lap. It's not that smooth. Interesting to try iRacing just to see how that runs for me at the moment, because crazy the difference. What would I do if I went on there? Oh, there's Imola in the rain. I'd have to practice that for about half a day just to be able to compete. Where are the GT3s at? That Imola just less rain. I can't remember. I wanted to run the Porsche. Well, it was a me problem then. I wanted to run the Porsche, but I wasn't sure how sketchy the setup would be here. The sketchiness of the setup last week at Portimao made me fear it somewhat. All right, here goes something. I just realized something. You might be getting double music. That should be right now. It's really awkward when I have to switch the audio sources because all of my streaming setup gets kind of derailed, but yeah, sorry if you were getting like double soundtrack then. I think that's right now. I've butchered it, just tell me. The only other thing I can attribute to having technical issues is something somewhere hidden in like one of the Windows updates has just like made everything run badly again, but I wouldn't literally know. Where to look if that's the case. It's going to be a minefield that I'm not quite ready to look into. Thanks for joining over on YouTube. I see you out there. Welcome to Can We Run a Race Without Lagging Backwards? Only gonna prove itself in the race, so call this a social experiment. If we get this working, then I can gradually dial up some some of the settings while leaving some of them off, and then we can gradually like pinpoint which settings might be triggering it. I put most things medium, low, and off, depending on what's possible. So. But without wanting to turn this into like a, you know, block of pixels. This one's just a sprint race. Frame rate's not great. It's only in certain spots. Upgrade to Magic? Ooh, same. They aren't cheap. I'm in the same boat as you. I was trying to get hold of Simhound to find out how their stocks were, and then next time I checked, they were just out of stock. So I don't know how that's looking now. Because they were listing it. I reckon. I mean, just to speak for myself, I reckon the Mini would be more than enough compared to what I use. Yeah, but you are spending serious money, aren't you? Oh. Wasn't the line, but the main thing is getting this lap. So, we got 1 lap, sorry, short quali. Not sure if you can sneak around for a second one if you're quick. I'm not too stressed about that. Literally just want to get in the race and find out if we can compete, or whether I have to take a breather from this until, you know, something changes. Shame, because I'm really enjoying this, like, on the whole. Okay. But yeah, the Alpha Mini looks super nice. Damn, why do you think they can sell it for that much less then? That's the case. Place in the Netherlands selling it for 670. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, if it's legitimately saving yourself 200 to 300, then that's literally another piece of kit's worth of saving. Little sus. Yeah, it's hard to know, right? It always makes you think, like, what's wrong or different, like. Air in my face. I wonder where we're going to fit into this lobby. Right. So far, 0 spikes. Obviously that's like jinxing it, but occasional frame drops and stuff, but not really. Can't go much lower. first lap down. Better to get the valid lap than no lap. But it's so easy to invalidate here. Now, I miss the sound of the Porsche, but I do like the... the driving style in the Corvette. It's kind of fun to work with. A little edgy, but... like that. Keep it. Yes! That was too close for comfort. It's going to be a brilliant lap, but I don't think it's far off my pace. 59. Yeah, I mean, that's probably ideal for this. Somewhere in the top half, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, top half. That's okay. I think we could have got a second or two in pace. Hey, Paula. Was it you who asked comparison between physics when I was driving ACC this week? It was one stream I did where I saw YouTube chat very late because I was having issues. If that was you, don't worry if it wasn't, and you didn't get an answer, just let me know, because I wanted to answer that, but I couldn't see my chat that day. One of those days. So yeah, sorry if I missed you the first time. Rolf, good to see you, dude. Thank you for yesterday. I had a lot of fun. I murdered poor Ferrari man, but other than that, I had a lot of fun. Yes. Did you get an answer to that, or would you want me to kind of repeat what I would have said? I just felt a bit bad for missing the comments, you know. I do like to react to people when they have questions. Yeah. I was in Nords, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I have the chat back today. Less of an issue. 4 minutes. That's 4 laps. 40 litres gives me... I'm going to have too much fuel, I think, if I have 42 litres. 6, 12, 8, and 24, 35. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I would say be cautious there. Was it? I think some people are getting an extra lap here because they went out super fast. I'm going to go down in the order because of that. Yeah. Oh, is that it?
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, I'll use this time to talk about it then, Paolo, because I can just get set up and wait on the grid. Although my feedback's weaker at the moment, and I don't know if that's because of a pushed update or because how I've got my wheel plugged in. So I'm still trying to correct my feedback in this game. But yeah, I'll try and explain what feels different. We're on super low wing, so I am kind of glad I went for this car. 44 litres, I reckon that's a lap too much. We'll see. That should be good. Got feedback. So in brief, the feedback feeling between the two sims, I would say in this sim I get more information around, in general, there's more detail and more weight and texture to the feedback in general, because it's a very good feedback model. The feedback is still there in ACC, but I get less impression of how my braking feels, and like less impression of how the car goes light compared to something like Le Mans or R Factor. So I would say I struggle more with ACC because I don't actually rely on the feedback so much on my P300. It's more there to like feel immersed with it. and it offers a little bit of information in the steering. You know, it's not bad feedback at all, but I just feel a lot less connected compared to what we get here, which is pretty nice. Oh, also in ACC, you're using a lot of maximum braking and acceleration in terms of a GT3 driving style, so it's not just a feedback difference, it's like the whole driving style and mentality to get the most out of the car changes. If I drive this as hard as you drive ACC, I'll spin on braking and I'll spin on acceleration in general, unless I turn all the assists on. That's kind of a big difference, I would say. If I had a preference, I would say the feedback here is a happier place for me, but it wouldn't stop me driving both sims. You just have to adapt. Alright. So far, we're away. Let's give it a lap or two. Oh dear, oh no. Let's hope they don't come back on in a hurry. There's posts everywhere. Okay. We're away. Tentatively optimistic. Kind of excited to race this track again. I had a bit of a nightmare here last week because of my computer just saying no thanks. Please don't come across. Please don't come across. Go. Oh, we're going to get this Porsche. Could have pushed him. I don't really want to get swallowed up by the Ferrari behind. Uh-oh, Ferrari. Ferrari, don't make it 3 wide. Oh, it's 2 wide. I'm just going to chill. I thought that was a recipe for death, but that was fine. If the Ferrari's that aggressive, I would much rather he was sending that at everyone else. He did get a double toe, to be fair. Right, mate, it's your job to tow us forward then. Oh, I heard a bash. Oh, it's all kicked off in the mirror. 3 Ferraris into 1, and that Porsche kind of either caused it or avoided it. Chaos. Didn't really tell what happened there. I heard the bash though. Crunch. Ah. I don't do silly spins, and I don't get a freeze. I think staying in the top 10 is a good target, and I think we might be on for a 5th with some luck. There's a whole group here, but they are looking pretty antsy, and that could end in, well, here we go. Someone's gonna kick off. Maybe I can distract the Ferrari a little bit. Pretty sure they did that all themselves. I know that probably looked close, but And I'd love a replay to check that there wasn't like some fancy netcode there, but that was death. Zero contact for me as far as I could tell. Spinala. Looked like a selfie, that, didn't it? Got on the power because you could see I was on the power first. I think visibly I was quicker out there. But yeah, never came back. That's going to do us a massive favour, to be honest. Okay. I pushed it there, I'll probably get done for that. Invalid lap. Safety rating 0. Get off the grid, mate. Mate, if you get some back pay... Ooh, it's hard to be patient with that stuff, though. I could do with some back pay. I get overcharged at the minute for my tax years because I'm having slower years than I had a couple of years ago. Was that another freebie? It was, wasn't it? Do you know what? That barely registered in my mind. I just watched. I was just watching, admiring the view. Okay, we've made it a lap and a half. Have we fixed it? Stay tuned to find out. No other cars are moving around in that unpredictable way. Right, 10 minutes. But apparently I've still got 5 laps left. This fuel predictor needs some work in the setup menu. Won't affect my race too much though. If anything, I like a little bit of weight in the car until I'm comfortable. So, 6th could be on. 5th, I think it depends on the next lap. Porsche behind isn't going anywhere, so he's going to be a threat. Ideal would be put the Aston between me and the Porsche. But it's interesting having driven the Nordschleifer in ACC and come back to this. I'm curious if my driving style is better suited here because I'm more used to it, so I'm actually finding it a little more drivable. Gotta be careful though, it's so easy to oversteer and unbalance and then just end up in a disastrous spin. Front left is cooking. I'm enjoying this though. I really hope we fixed it because, yeah, this is fun to drive. One thing that's working for me in the Corvette is the point where I think the car's going to start getting loose. It seems to just hang in there a bit more on transition. The same moves, I haven't tested the Porsche this week, but the same moves in the Porsche were very edgy. Although I love driving it, I think chances of death multiplier goes up. That was weak though. Damn, I've got to build my speed back up because I'm almost like underplaying what the car can do. Yeah, I've lost so much time through that half a lap. We're going to have to work a bit harder if we're going to rejoin those guys. I had dropped the Porsche, but that wasn't a good sector for me. These two need to get into a proper fight now. That would help. Eyes in the mirrors. Thought I'd outbreak myself there, but I'm good. Oh, how's our Friday, guys? You feeling good? Eyes on the weekend, or just eyes on getting through today? I've actually never needed to use a credit card, believe it or not. Apart from travel. That's the only time it crops up and gets a pain not to use one. I literally never use one. Kind of crazy. The rig is Next Level Racing. Oh, you said that. Sorry, I should have read that properly. I think it's called the GT, Next Level GT. I'll check for you. I still have a command, but I don't honestly know if that still exists. I think it's called like the GT cockpit. It's basically the one that doesn't feel like a Formula 1 low seat. It's a bit more like sat upright. I mean, I can recline it, but it's not as racy as the Formula looking one. Because I'm not good with that kind of layout. I've tried them and I don't know. Like too aggressive. This is super comfortable. We grow that YouTube channel, guys. Try and get ourselves a kit partner or something. Got a lot of work to do before then. FGT, that could be. It might be the GT without the F bit. I can't remember which is which. But yeah, I can double check. Go between the races. Right, can I get stronger here, or am I just going to get destroyed again? It's all about these chicanes as well. Probably should use quali fuel mode, but it. Sort of recovered it. Get some magic sponsorship, perfect. Yeah. Something like that, please. Think I need to, you know, evolve a little bit. Some. I will say though, just over a month ago, I had 0 activity on my YouTube channel. I wasn't really using it too much. This last month has really paid off. Like, it's really been worth it for me. I get nothing for it. I'm not partnered on YouTube, nothing like that, but we've had literally hundreds of hours of people just tuning in, and I think we're like at 1.5 times the subs on there than we had. You know, it's actually moved, and it's really nice to see. So thank you if you've been a part of that. Twitch has always been where I stream, and I never used to be able to use YouTube in parallel because of the contract nonsense that was going on. Alright, so Kame, how was your session last night? I didn't get to tune in yesterday. I've spent 2 days straight trying to get my van restarted, IRL. And I'm getting there, I got it. It took only 7 recharges of my booster thing. It was happy, but we got there. That lockup nearly killed me. That was so close. That was so close. Missed my braking by about 10 meters and yeah, panicked. Absolute panic station. Right. Whoa. Okay, dudes. Good one. Round of applause for Ferrari. It's not the guy behind me, it's further back. Round of applause for that. I need a change of underwear. Not great, yeah. Mate, I'm just hoping to get a session without that lag effect, because... How's your day, Wavy? Good to see you. LMU fault. Oh, that's brought that Porsche right back to me. That guy doing freaking donuts has really just taken me out of the fight there. Spin of applause. Can we get a spin of applause, please? I like that. If he'd done that right into our path, I'd have probably had to report that. I'm not going to because nothing happened, but stuff like that. Not ideal. Good? Hell yeah. How was my day, baby? Whoop. Wow. Good. Did you hit me? Right, I've got one more lap. I will take P6. I was hoping for a P5 battle. I'll get through this bit before I talk about too much, because I'm useless. It's either oversteer or I miss it completely. Yeah, today was good. I didn't quite sleep enough, but that was my fault. I went to bed too late. Just didn't feel tired yesterday. I don't know if fourth really works out there. You got me, and I didn't even see it. No. Congrats. I'll put a prize in the mail for you. You win one lemon fondant fancy. Which, if you don't know what the hell that is, in the UK, it's like a little icing cake. A little fondant cake. Caveat that I need to buy some more before I deliver it, because I ate the last one this morning. It was a headshot. Yes! Oh, I wish I'd seen that. Congrats. Because if I see it, I'll give it a worthy reaction, you know, for your satisfaction for getting it right. Right, hang on to 6th and go home happy. Come on. The rest is down to mistakes ahead. I see a lot of tyre smoke, but I don't know if it's that meaningful. We've got enough space to not get a last minute move from the guy behind. I have the pace to fight the guy ahead, it's just not been lucky. Today was good also because I'm in emails with somebody about potentially making them a video as a result of the videos I'm making, so probably the sort of thing I can't say I'm doing yet until it happens or not. You never know. But yeah. So can't change gears, but I can make videos. So yeah. And if that goes through, it's a good one. Like and it's connected to racing, which is nice. But yeah, we'll see. A lot of things have to fall into place for it to actually go through. Never really a guarantee, so... Hey, thanks. But yeah, at a time when my everyday working schedule is... like, everyone's just gone super quiet, it's perfect timing. Because it might actually give me some projects. It's the joys of freelance, though. How it's going to roll. You want a predictable pattern every month. Probably don't go freelance. Right. Only one set of curbs away. Something's happened there. Is it? Oh, it's not going to be enough, is it? Oh, it was close though. Oh no, that's a back marker. That's all good. P6, I think. P Steve, as they call it. P Super GT. Not bad for a kind of low-key qualify, stay out of trouble in the race moment. I would love to rewatch that rejoin if I had the replay. That would be something. And guys, we just survived a Le Mans race without a single freeze. I'm gonna jinx it because it's happened. The Le Mans was race-winning pace. That's the car that had the dodgy moment, but it didn't work out. We got a freebie. And actually, depending on the ELO system, the ability of that guy might mean we profit from that. Welcome back, Lee, by the way. I see you in there. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining, everybody. What am I missing? I can't believe you got us, Wavy. I assume you clipped it or will clip it so that I can, you know. Rejoice in your success. It must be like a 1 in 50, 1 in 100, though. Oh, you guys are from further north? Nice. Nice. I nearly went to Newcastle area when I was going to first study what I do. It was the second in line to where I ended up going, but it nearly happened. I had a friend who lived in Newcastle, who I tried to visit quite often because I had a lot of fun there. Cold as hell, but good spirit. Yeah, Durham. I had a friend who went to Durham too. We don't think we've been in contact since, but an old college friend. Right, what happened this race? We gained 7 positions. I mean, a lot of that was... Yeah, okay. Once again, Le Mans just thinks I'm a freaking god level rating 3 seconds faster than I am. So yeah, that's okay. Right, what's next? Survived. Now I'm reluctant to turn any settings up yet because we've got it working. How do we feel about the WEC Weekly at Sebring? Cloudy and then wet. Okay. So it's going to be a challenge. I would be in GTE if I do. The start grid is a bit kind of stacked and a bit quiet, but there's still 45 minutes. Hoping that would be busier. I wonder if it'll pick up. There's a prototype at Fuji, which is probably good fun, but I'm definitely not prepared for. Okay, or there's multiclass Monza. Can't do this and Sebring. I have to choose. Possible wet race for half an hour. Has anyone tried this? Wait, there's another Iceman. Unless he's rebranded. Watch out, Iceman. There's another Iceman in town. That's quiet as well. Where's the player base? Are we all in beginners today? So we've got another fixed option, but that is okay. These times are wrong, which is so annoying. We haven't got a British summertime. I have to push these by an hour. So that is 19:15. Done wet at Spa. I can't see a thing. What in this sim? Yeah. Let's go practice the Sebring because I don't have to sign up for half an hour. So I think if we get into here, see what conditions we can. I mean, hopefully there's some wet weather practice. Otherwise, rip. Because they had to improve that in iRacing, didn't they? I know they did manage to push a bit of a fix. Let's try the Corvette. Join. I really hope the conditions are... Oh. Guessing there's only one server. I haven't had to do a wet race in this properly. Yeah, that could be a problem. That's why I want to test it. I've turned everything down and off just because I don't know. As of the last week, it doesn't run well for me, having changed absolutely nothing. If a wet weather race just looks like a wall of pixels, then maybe we just chill out and do another Le Mans. I'm good, whatever we do. I just like to get on and race. It's kind of yeah, I think I've turned that off, believe it or not. I never have to turn stuff off that badly either. I don't know what's changed. I always have to go below Ultra because I don't have the kit for that, but high to medium has never been an issue. And last week, suddenly it was like, nope. But if it's one of the settings that are the trigger, in theory, then I can turn other stuff back up. If I find out which setting is like the trigger point for the stuttering. It's good that we've got some time. Especially as I need about 40 minutes to get into the server. But yeah, I've even had to pause my recordings in the game because I really have to minimize everything to allow good enough graphics to carry on doing recordings, and I never had that issue before either. I used to be able to get 2 classes on track with AI for filming. Now I can only put 1 on. And turning down graphics isn't the solution to that because filming relies on like as close to realism as I can achieve. Restarting after. I think I've managed to do that today. Good. I think. It reliably crashes out once a session anyway, so if not... Now this was actually the other track I had that max issue. But this will be a good test in a practice. There is a forecast of rain. My graphics don't look like they're fully loaded yet. Oh, are we going to get a night race? This is very good for atmosphere. I'll start with softs and then see how the weather looks. I will abandon softs. I not got a map anymore to that's my headlights. Huh. Fair enough. Okay, wet tires then. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Right, on my wipers. Okay, my wipers are going. Now, what key did I assign for wipers? Can't remember. Check that later. Oh, I'm sneezing, sorry. Oh, that came on strong. I think I'm allergic to the Porsche. Oh. I just hope this looks okay. I want it to look at least semi-real. Oh, is there grip? Sorry, Subsea. Congrats on your win yesterday. Had a good run. I also have survived one race without lagging backwards. We're on the up. Time to see if Sebring will trigger it or not. There's a 90. Oh, there's no grip. Oh. Is the track still dry then? Do we get a track state? Drizzle weather, track slightly wet. Okay, this is actually kind of handy. Anyone had a crack at this yet? I do not know how it feels to drive in the rain in this sim, to be honest. I've tested it once or twice. Seems a little bit lively. I guess the setup might be open in the weekly, so if I can maybe... I'm wondering, do I just soften? Whoa, okay. So TC, that would help. I also don't know if these tires are like, just need to warm up as well. Right, we're on 6, so 7, 3. I do not know the best TC values. What I do need to do is maybe move the brake bias as well. Right, let's try and move it back. Now, which way is back in this? Opposite to ACC, I think. Wait, did that go back? I think so, yeah. I'll tell you what, considering I've turned a lot of stuff down and off, it's not as like crude looking as I thought, and I'm really happy about that. Like, we're still getting some flare off the lighting. I'm probably lacking some like nice detail on track, and I could always try and turn that stuff up in a bit if we're getting no lag. Now, how do you warm wet tires up? Because apparently they are icy right now. What's the readout? 50s and 60s. This is actually really good to have some practice time. I'm confused why there's only 10 minutes left there. I do need to go register soon. that when the time runs out. Wait, it's not starting an hour different to what I think it is it? Because the clocks are wrong for if you're in the UK in-game. No, I don't think so. I feel like there should be another half-hour practice before this race. Currently they're showing the times in like winter clocks for the UK, and there's no setting that fixes it for the summer. So I basically got my head into all the times of the races and then realized they were all an hour out because of it. So I'm confused by times today, that's why. Interesting, there's definitely a lot more like slip and loss of grip even at this stage. Things are a little easier to lock up as well. Okay. Still no temperature in these tires. If it was too dry, wouldn't they be getting too hot? Am I going to have to go into setup and start generating more heat because of the conditions? What are the brake temps coming to? 4 to 500 now. Whoa. This is going to be tricky. Really tricky. I can see spray. I don't know if that's increased or whether I just wasn't paying attention. I've got a feeling these brakes need to run a little bit hotter, but I don't know what like the guideline is. Yeah, I did a bit. It's probably not far enough, to be honest. Don't do it through a fast set of kinks, though. Because, yeah, all the temps in the front, isn't it? How far can you go? I'm glad you said that, Lee, because I was going to say I'm sure it wasn't before. So, okay, well that's good. Let's go to 47 balance. Because I'm really surprised the tyres weren't getting hot from it still being a bit too dry. But maybe that's just visually. If I've had to dial down my graphics, that's probably what's gonna, you know, suffer. What could I turn up to get that effect? I don't know. I could try it, I could just end up wattling my computer again. Like, I could turn up the reflection notch. Got too wet on the dries. I want to stick with this because I want to see if the track gets more reflective, because if it does, that's another visual, like, how to know. Whoa, okay. Getting easier to lock up, obviously, and because I'm going... Oh, okay. You want to go, son? I wonder if this car is any good in the rain. I bet you the Ferrari's on point for balance. Right, let's see how it is to follow someone. And we're going to have hypercars. In case it wasn't edgy enough. mean, these tires are just blue. What's going on? Is that like standard thing for being in the wet for this? Nice line. So I'm not seeing much track detail here. That could be my graphics settings. Or it could be that the session hasn't evolved because it's very light rain. Right. Let's check how far we are from a race. I'm willing to give this a shot. Starts in 29, yeah. Now, which car? Which car? Would I rather the Porsche in this situation, or would the Porsche kill me quicker? I like the Porsche at Sebring. But will it... Is it going to be a weapon in the rain? It should be able to put its power down because of the weight balance, but a lot of Ferraris. Maybe we rep the Corvette. At least that I've been working with it. Didn't fill me with wet weather confidence. Can't say any car will right now. The practice, so quali is expected to hit rain. Public quali, so that's going to be a right mess. And then a fast rolling. Oh my god, 90 minutes? 90 minutes? Am I really ready for this? I mean, the best news is if in 25 minutes I'm not sure, I can jump in, unregister, and go back to Le Mans for another one. That's like worst case scenario. Need to just leave this session for the last 5. I've seen Kevin Ciclari race. Really? In LMU as well. He used to be very prolific on ACC a while back. That's how I know the name. Used to see him pop up. Yeah, he'd always place pretty high as well. Whereas, you know, I know you guys tune in here so that you realize, you know, how talented you are. I provide the feel-good factor that you can probably achieve greatness compared to what you see in here. And all just watch and be like, I was in that car. Way ahead. Nice views there of the canopy. Love that. Right. This isn't that helpful because 1 minute left? What's going on? Hey? I'm not even trusting that this race is going to start at the right time. I literally left this session. Try another one? Don't tell me all the practices are going to end 20 minutes before. I guess I have to go make my own session then. So, a quick summary of what I'm doing graphics-wise for a sec. My post effects are back down to low. I'm a heavy medium to low on everything. And soft particles are off. Now, I could try like a medium on the road reflection, maybe, because that's the wet reflection detail. That could be very helpful. So I guess if I try that, and then if I start getting issues, I know exactly what the source is. I don't think it is that, but what do I do for should I just go and make my own? This is baffling. How many different numbers? Probably one lobby at the moment. Definitely one lobby. Oh, I don't like that I'm the only Corvette. Makes me wonder. Right, 20 minutes from now. Okay. I kind of don't want to wait for those sessions. Kind of like, I might as well learn something here. Mans Sebring. Yeah, it's really good in the dry. I agree. I'd say it's that and the Porsche for me are both a lot of fun to drive there. In the wet, I'm less familiar, Robert, which is the possibility today. Turn everything off. Event length. 15 minutes. I guess 15 will do. It was a late session, wasn't it? So let's say 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Private. I don't know what the grip level was either. I'll try medium. Weather. Rain. Overcast and rain, light rain. Cloudy, light rain. Cloudy. That's gonna reduce. That'll give me something to work with. Timescale normal. Fine. Okay. Let's jump in. The best. Yeah, the art now will be like, how does this car stay alive in the wet? And I need to really quickly see if tire temps do get there in the wet tires, or whether there's something setup wise I'm gonna have to push. Or I could soften the car up a little bit on suspension. If I want to make it a bit more forgiving. Get the brake bias back and generate more heat through to the tires. But 90-minute race, so you want to have some kind of basis that you're comfortable with. Okay, we have rain, good. So wet tires, lowest pressure. I don't know if either of these generate useful temp. I'm not sure. I'm not experimenting with that. This is where my knowledge goes out the window, to be honest. Apply tape for the water compartment to keep it in the correct temperature range for track condition. So water and oil temp. We'll just have to look at that. Let's go 8, 4. I'll leave that for now. Brake bias. How far back can you go? 43. So let's start at 45. So you get like brake blanking, look. The amount of cooling. Value relates to the diameter of the cooling duct, which affects the amount of air flowing through the duct. That's not a great explanation. I'm assuming open is the coolest. So 66 would be more temperature. But the way that's worded makes me wonder. Am I correct that the lower that value, that's a softer... Is that correct that that's a softer direction? I go from 240 to 220 and so on. Can't remember which... Like, I'm not a setup person. I just know there's some stuff I need to do. Okay. Lower is softer, thanks. I don't like to assume because sometimes between sims the value how something is measured can be different, and therefore you've got to be careful you're not just turning stuff up instead of down and whatever. I just feel like I'm right lemon if I actually made it harder to drive by trying to set the car up. Okay. Join us in about 15 minutes when I leave the pit lane. Right, so they do camber opposite. Right, that's going to mess with me for sure. I'm not after, like, the perfect wet setup. I just want to be able to drive and not spend the whole time wishing I'd, you know, bothered to look at the car. I'm not getting much road reflections still.
What's up, Frankie?
Swiss Mizzy, thank you for follow. We having a great day? This is a 90-minute race coming up, multiclass, so I'm just trying to see if I can make a car that will keep me alive. But remember, let's save this setup so I've got something to load in. Oh, wow, okay, that might be too far back. Whoa, that was instant. That'll get your tyres warm there. Interesting. God, that lurched. Okay. So, another way to deal with that is take some force out of the brake pedal as well. So I don't accidentally step on it. I'm not spinning up on acceleration. Too many tabs. Where is it? Come on. Okay, it wants to kill me at this point. So as much as back is nice, this might be too much right now. Let's try 48. Day is good? Hell yeah. Glad to hear it. Happy Friday, everyone. My mission right now is to make a drivable Chevy so that in 90 minutes we can have a good race. Okay, that's responsive. There's still a lot of sliding going on the power. you. I need to get a couple of laps done to see if my temps are going to be... Right, I don't know what optimal is for like the water and oil though. I literally don't know the values I need. Like, my main worry is getting the tires right. It's not going to be heavy rain, but there is going to be rain according to the forecast. In practice, I need to do a practice pit entry here. I've never had to do it before. And I know it's at a weird early part of the track. Probably not good to find out mid-race that I don't know what I'm doing there. Struggling a bit in traction. Yeah, the tires are still just blue. Distracted by my own nightbot then. Yeah, I'm getting some kick of oversteer on the power. But if I could save this setup, be somewhere close, and then maybe take the braking force down. That would just allow me to hit more of the pedal without risk of death, basically. So different to braking in ACC where I'm like really like max on the brakes. Yeah, slowing and turning in. I'm gonna need a bit more brake bias, I think. A bit more rearwards. I mean, I've turned up the temperature going through the brakes in theory. I want to overdo it over a long race. Like, you don't want to cook the tires. Oh my word. Okay, that's probably a good brake balance there, if I can tame it. It just bites enough to get turned in, but without pitching the rear around. This corner coming up is going to be useful because you've got the bumps as well as the shifting the weight, and that will pretty much tell you if you're going to lose the rear like that. So there is that, like, ugh. There is that balance. So 47.5 for the garage. This is going to be really tough. I can tell. Maybe a click of wing. I just don't want... I don't want a car that won't turn in, and as soon as I start adding wing, I'm kind of working against that. Where is the braking value? Take a few % off the brakes. Save setup. Very rarely have to do this. Sebring wet. Got it. Got it. Can I change anything else? You could adjust camber slightly. Flanking is at 66. I could soften the rear just a little bit. if it's still a bit edgy. Would softer rear suspension take out just an edge of the flappiness? What I don't want to do is get a car that starts to just wallow. I'm not changing any of that. Just don't have a brain for proper setup, so that's going to work against me. I'm not going to change what I don't know. Now, actually, one thing I remember, don't you run the car slightly higher in the rain? Isn't that a pretty common... Slightly more clearance in the rain. I'll save it and try it. It's easy to undo. Trying to make a more forgiving car overall. What's the time? No, I don't want to exit. I just want to go back to standings. There we go. Time for like 1, maybe 2 lap. Well, basically until that timer runs out. This is where I need to spend a day watching Mitchie videos. He's probably solved all of this in a video. At some point, you've just got to get on track and get involved. Oh, that was vicious. And that was a 211. Okay, this setup has a bad brake bias built into it. Noted. But if I race it, we need to fix it on the grid. Probably now tease out some TC settings as well. Bit of a struggler through there. Wow, it's so dicey there. It's probably better to brake a tiny bit earlier and a tiny bit less just to survive. So 18-degree weather here. I should compare that to the actual race. We might find my setup starts to get way too hot for the brakes. The rain already dropped? It's only slightly wet now. That really didn't last long, did it? Yeah, for much like massively reduced graphics, I'm actually not that unhappy with this. I thought it was going to look a lot worse. Okay, responding on the brakes. That slip setting seems good. I'm like getting oversteer, but I can... Finished! Never seen that before. Congratulations. I reckon, should we give it a run? Give it a trial. It's one of those like decide now or go back to Le Mans for more banter, you know? That's in 5 minutes. Did I sign up? I did. James Bacon. Why do I feel like I've seen that name somewhere? So practice will give us no information other than temperature, and then qualifying is where the setup might actually come into play. Right. Guys, I'm gonna go make myself a drink with the 4 minutes I have. I think I want a cup of tea. But stick around for a 90-minute ordeal of Sebring. Could be pretty exciting, actually. Where are we? I think we're pretty low down on the list, so we might even... I'm hoping there's enough for a second split. We can jam in, but let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be back as soon as I got this copper made, alright? I'll leave you with some tunes. Beautiful. I was gonna up the soundtrack as well. What do we want? A bit more race energy in the building coming up. I actually don't know this playlist at all, so we'll see if it's good. But... I was about to say Epidemic Sound should have a shuffle feature, but they've got one. Just wasn't looking. Yeah, all music at the moment is Epidemic Sound. I've got a free 7-day trial below the stream on YouTube or Twitch. If anyone needs music that's decent but licensed. You'll love it and you sign up, you help me reduce my payment a little bit as well, but it's there if it's valuable to you. I think it's pretty damn good, to be honest. Right. Kind of, there's no point in loading the setup yet because this practice doesn't really mirror the conditions. I think we need to find out if it's freezing or not because that doesn't look good right now. Okay. Can we make it into the pit box? Wait, it is raining. Okay. Okay. Stands corrected. Setup. Load. I don't like this menu. Load. What's weird is it saves the values but not the pluses and minuses, so it's very hard to see if that setup is right or not. Also, I thought I reduced... Wait. This might have been why I had issues before. I don't think half of the information did save. The wing did. I'm pretty sure I went... Maybe that is right. Maybe I'm just... Oh, no, it did. Maybe I'm just a bit thick today. Yeah. 20 liters. Not driving. So, conditions. 27 degrees. Now, I might need to watch my brakes with this setup. Maybe I've gone too far. Also, why does my frame rate feel 3 times faster now? It feels so smooth. What's going on? Right, damp. We got drizzle, folks. Watch out. Hello. What's my TC at them? Handy. I think in quali, I need to watch what's happening with the brakes and tyres and try and judge what to do in the race based on that. I think that up to 7 was good. Oi, 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 oi. Get a price match? That's a good idea. Anyone in here used an Alpha Mini before? Did Twitch just run ads by chance? I don't like having to run them, but... The look of it, yeah, it's nice. Like aesthetic, I know it's not the main purpose of the wheel, but for me that would make a big difference. I just don't know if I would want the cut-off rim or a full wheel. Part of me thinks I should go for the full rim because then I can do casual stuff as well as my sim racing. You know, like... Alright, Robbins, good to see you, dude. Yeah, I'm a lovely end to the week, mate. We're about to find out whether I can survive wet Sebring. This is actually our first hypercar. Oh, well, he took stage right. The hypercar never made it. This bodes well. In initial testing, I've softened the car up a little bit. Drag the brake bias back, and it looks like my temps are a lot higher here in the tyres, so maybe I don't need to clank the brakes as much. The problem with the rear bias is I very, very easily get sideways. That was just practice. Just practice. It might be more rain inbound. I think I changed to wets. Actually, I can't... I've gone so quickly through. Okay. But what's the weather? Okay. 5 laps, start driving. Right, yeah, we got rain. Just in time. Yes. Thanks for joining. Had quite a few people in here today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know if we just had some ads, because... something just changed, but yeah. Appreciate having you here. Wait, what's the significance of that? What just happened? I'm gonna check I'm connected. I don't know why I just pressed. Possible disconnect. Okay. I'm not very lucky with this, am I? Black screen. Same on my monitor. Oh no, guys. Has anyone got who's in the Le Mans Discord already? Has anyone got sight of the online chat? I've never had a black screen before. I have the app quit, but not just black screen. I'm gonna try and reconnect. In case it was just me. Unfortunately for me, patches have only made it graphically more unstable. I've not really I've not had a more stable experience yet. Hopefully that will change over time. Server's dead. I mean, I can load Discord if no one can see it, but I'm just trying to... Others have issues? Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I'm kind of hoping it'd be fine so I can just rejoin. Let's have a look at the status. Because, you know, it's quite a lot of setup and prep for these things to give it a good race, to just lose your race. Oh dear, it doesn't look good, does it? Doesn't look good. I mean, if it's cancelled, it's cancelled, but we've missed the Le Mans window now. Like, I've now got to wait. It just leaves me a bit of a sitting duck, unfortunately, for you guys. I've been trying to eye up what to go for, Robbins, yeah. I'd like to go DD, but it doesn't have to be high power, top of the range. Like the Alpha Minis could be a good level. The only thing I'm wondering at the moment is whether I should prioritize a PC first, because graphically I've found a few tricky moments. What's going on here? Just hypercar, damn. I'm not really ready for hypercar out of nowhere. Can't join once quali ends. No, quali's still going. I think the server... I've crashed out and rejoined in this case before, but that looked like a server. See, I've spent half of my day getting this game stream ready to come and join some races with you guys, and it's a bit of a flat result. It does seem good. So the Simhound store were stocking it. I tried to get hold of them to say, like, how are your stocks looking soon? You know, like, and I got nothing. I don't know how to get hold of them anymore. Because I also wanted to know if my referral code is any use in that store there, or whether Wheelkit doesn't come up. Like, I don't think Wheelkit will come under it, but people are going to buy Sim Magic. I could be really recommending using a referral code. Yeah, it's all just sold out now. The only thing that's left are the FX wheel. The GT wheel's still there. I know you can't see this yet. Desktop. Oh, that's the wrong one. Good job, desktop. You did good. Well, that's my streaming world for you. That was all my layers. Let's have that one, please. There we go. Right. Insight to a streamer's bloody screen. Right, desktop. Fixed. That's... Thank you for the YouTube sub. Welcome in. Welcome in. I apologize. The notification is so far from me right now. I can't read your name from it. I'm not wearing my glasses. Thank you. I see the sub. Appreciate it. Thanks everyone who's supported the YouTube channel lately. it's done really well over a month. I need to keep it going, but it was really worth the effort. So thank you. This looks nice. This would suit me. And I think the pricing is standard here. But like, most of this stuff went from like coming soon again to like sold out. So I'm not sure. I'd also be happy with a pedal set like that with the two, because then I could sit more balanced in the rig. I sit slightly scuffed because I've got a triple pedal and I can't mount them far enough to the side. So like, even to the extremes I've got it, it's still not enough. So like a set of either load cell or hydraulic, I don't know currently which is worth the money, because obviously that's another 120 quid, but even if it was just that load cell, basically as long as it works with my current rig, and I think with my current rig something as strong as the Alpha Mini would be good, but flipping egg, I need looking at changing to them, the inverted. Let's get the music back, because oh dear. So we've gone from lagging backwards in Le Mans, fixing that, so now we just need to get a race. At some point, things will just work, guys. Sorry about the build up to nothing there. Can't be helped. Who tagged me? Yeah, loads of people saying thrown out of the server. I'm just checking if there's been any. What do we do? Do I go iRacing? Bit of a faff to change because I have to change everything on 2 streams, but it can be done. Or shall we wait for another one in here and see if the servers recover? That one you're talking about, right? That looks really good. I bet your seating position has to be so nicely set for inverted, because I've realized how much I put loads of weight down on my heels. I'm a bit heavy footed when I'm in the rig, and I have changed. I recently made the wheel more slightly higher and more like upright to me, because I'm trying to take strain off my wrists, and I've had to bring it a little bit closer, almost like slightly closer than I'd want, but I think it stops me pulling the wheel so much, so I'm trying that. But yeah, I'd love to be saying go to SimHound, use my code, blah 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 blah, but I have no info on it at the moment, and I can't promise any use in my link at the moment, so that's a bit of a wait and see. We have, I wish these were, I know it's probably not a big enough service, I wish these were more frequent on both options, because we've got to wait 24 minutes for that.
Go!
Who's subbing? Oh, thank you, Robbins.
1p closer to you, new wheel.
1p closer. If we get 1,000 more of those, I'll be 100 quid closer. Got the right math. So I have the affiliate link. I can't remember if it applies a discount or anything, but like I say, I've not heard. But this is the thing, if it had the smallest benefit, it would be so good for everybody, because I know we get a lot of keen racers in here, so I'll have to work it out, or you know, I'll have to find another contact there or something, anything. It's really hard, like I didn't even get like logos and stuff through, like I There's only so many times I can chase for stuff before realizing they're probably just very busy. And like, you know, priorities are priorities. They've got to do what they need to. The only race we can get is a hypercar fixed at Spa in the rain. Good job with that. Yeah, good luck with that. I might be... Okay. Plan B could be learn LMP2 at Fuji in 20 minutes. So our choices are... that. You love a good Fuji. I love crashing at Fuji. I mean, LMP2 is fun to drive. So if we stay in Le Mans and do some kind of survival approach at Fuji. Last time I raced here, I got taken out by a hypercar out of nowhere. And it kind of left a sore result for me. And then when that finishes, we can go straight back to Le Mans in GTE. Just seeing if anything's happened here. Yeah, at least we can warm up. This is stuck on a starting service thing. I'll try and unregister. I doubt that'll do anything. In fact, I need to find out if this glitch will stop me joining anything else. Let's find out. Because if so, then I might as well shut the game down. Hopefully that's just a UI. Yeah, we should be okay. So if I register for this. I think so. I don't like switching midway through. Not good for driving, not good for continuity. You know, it's nice to just crack on with something. I do like the LMP2, so I probably don't need to worry about this as much as I think. We've got enough time to learn our brake markers again, so let's see if practice servers are stable. Do you know what's interesting about Sebring then? The practice servers ended really early, like 25 minutes before the race. Everything seemed a bit out of line. Curious what was going on with servers. Nice to just turn it on, keep my graphics back where they were so that they're nice, and do a few races. We could get that far. Be nice. I do love driving this. I think it's the most fun of anything I'm driving. ACC Nords is fun actually, more fun than I was expecting. iRacing just depends on the combo. First 2 weeks of this season were combos I would have had to pay out new content every time, and I was pretty good. One race tonight. One race in 2 hours. How about it? It was good. We went from about 13th, 14th to 5th at Le Mans. I think it was about 13th to 5th. Mostly for not crashing and letting others do the crashing. That was nice, and no lagging backwards, which was my problem last week. I was stuttering around other cars and stuff. It was something. Someone said, I noticed something was wrong during practice. The cars in front of me and behind started disappearing. After a few seconds, everything got better, but not for long. So yeah, you can snooze 3 times in a stream. Mods get that. And if you snooze, it snoozes for the whole audience. So as a mod, if there's an ad break coming up and you're like, this is terrible timing. At 3 times a stream, you can delay them. Whereas say if I'm going to be sat in a loading screen, everyone misses absolutely nothing. Probably not worth. I've decided I'm just going to leave ads because it means people can join the stream without ads. I have to choose option 1, people get ads every time they load the stream. Option 2, half-hourly ads. They're not great, but I turn off ads for subs and stuff, so I turn off what I can. And if you're curious, no, they're not worth running for income. No. You don't benefit from ads as a channel my size. It'd be better if I could just turn them all off. In fact, I believe there should be a viewer threshold where you're encouraged to run ads. Make it make sense. That's just... let's put a bit less fuel in. I take no joy in ads being anywhere, but they are there. Oh, this is nice. I haven't sat in this for a bit. Start with that. This doesn't feel quite right. But... Hello, LMP2. It's been a while. Oh, that guy didn't make it. Like, nobody made it. Yeah, that's the other way I can do it. I can do pre-rolls. Pre-rolls encourage people, once they're in, to stay. That's the plus of that. Thanks, dude. Because you're a turbo user, aren't you? So anyone with turbo avoids the ads, but the streamer still gets a few cents. You're a streamer my size, think of it as a few cents. I guess the reason I'm now just running them is new joiners can just click on the channel and decide what they think without that interruption. And I have it in parallel on YouTube, which doesn't force any ads, so there's always a way out, and none of it's a paid way out either. The only paid way out is if people want to sub so that they can have ad-free viewing, or they have a turbo like you. I'm not going to tell people what to do. You know, value is up to everyone to determine. If people don't like the ads, I understand, but you know, YouTube is out there. There is an option. Right, what would suit me is if I ran a lot less ads, but then Twitch forces pre-roll, so the amount of ads I have are the minimum to stop pre-roll. If I did one ad every half an hour, it would only turn pre-roll off for about 5 minutes per half hour. So the net effect is more ads still. And I don't know. But I have done tests before where I've run pre-rolls only, and that hasn't necessarily improved the viewership of a stream. Or you know, the, what do I call it? Like retention, like people sticking around. I just have to hope that those who can grin and bear the ads are enjoying the stream enough to just figure, you know, and just be like, yeah, fair enough. Ads are shit, fine. Totally get it if people don't though. If ads make you turn a stream off. Understandable. Oh! This brake bias is going to be cooking me a little bit. I think it's interesting, isn't it? It's like a psychological experiment, because how do you know if you're invested in someone to persevere through a crappy ad? You know, like, you don't. So, okay, this brake bias feels like it's trying to burn me. 54, really? Maybe I'll just take the pressure down then. I am out of tune with this LMP. It's going to make GTEs feel weird again. 'Cause these are really fun to drive, no doubt. I feel like maybe the Corvette GTE and this are a slightly better transition than from the Porsche to this. We're up to 55 until I can. Did I register? I'm not sure I did. I should probably go register soon. Oh. Got them both up. Twitch winning on quality? What? Display quality? Really? Is YouTube suffering? Because YouTube should go through at a higher bitrate, believe it or not. If you max out YouTube, does it not? Really? I can improve the encoders. Every game issue I've had has made me dial down quality settings everywhere. Oh, there's some stuttering. Hopefully that's more down to players joining, leaving. Yeah, you see, if you're willing to work around the pre-rolls, it's perfect. I go through bouts where I turn them off to see if just pre-rolls alone will get any change in viewership, but I don't know if it impacts me much at all, either way. I think it's too small a channel to really strongly benefit. The best thing, oh wow, that's too late. The best thing for me would be 0 ads for now. On the Twitch side. So I'm just going to read chat instead of trying to do both. Let's go register. This is going to be hard to get up to speed, but I'll try. It'll be difficult. I'm just not sure I signed up, so. One thing that would make this whole thing... have already. What a... I'm such an idiot. Okay. Never mind. We'll have another lap. I'm surprised Twitch is winning on quality then. And that is useful info, thanks. Oh, you screenshotted it. Which one's which? Hard to tell, yeah, actually. What are you watching them on, device-wise? Because in theory, they're both going through the same encoding method, but bitrate should be higher on YouTube, which would, in theory, give you less of that like motion pixelation. However, I usually run a better encoder than I am. It's just that until I got the game behaving again, I tend to sacrifice stream just to make sure it's not a me problem. Even though the more I've tested stuff, the more I've realized my stream is not, once again, is not the problem. It's just between my PC and the game where the issues tend to come. Although these current graphic settings are behaving right now. Oh, there is that. Yeah, so I have 6K bitrate on Twitch and I have 12K. I can go up to about 14K. I can stream at 4K, 1440p as well, but that's data rate wise way too it's just too demanding, I think, to run alongside if I've got like a sim that is already trying to take all of my PC's resources. The other drop in quality is because I've had to drop game quality. You might actually be seeing, and if you don't know already, because I've been blabbing about this a lot, but since recent updates, I can't run this game at the right graphics settings, and I'm gradually turning them all back up. See if I can find out what was making me lag. I was literally, CPU was going mental on the game thread, and I would just move backwards in a straight line because it just wasn't processing. It was a really strange effect, so seems a lot more stable the way I've got it now. So it might be probably not going to turn it up at Le Mans because Le Mans is the worst for it, but it might be I can dial in actual image quality again and you'll actually get a nice output. I've noticed it with the cam and I don't know. I'll check. Because I noticed when you look back on YouTube, the cam was the first thing to suffer. Yeah. I agree. It'd be cool if I could get that right though. So I'll see if there's anything between the two that's causing that. But yeah, with a higher bitrate on YouTube, like doubled, you would think that would be the opposite, right? This is... Why do they set the LMPs up to be such death machines now? I swear the early days LMPs were a lot less wired to die. Like, I think they load them up with quite low downforce because it's, there's a lot of straight lines here, I get it, but my days do they make it tough to drive. Well, it will make for some spicy racing, I can tell you that. This yellow that won't go away. Oh, there we go. Scared it off. I'm quite happy with my view. I can see that apex in the left window. That's really good. Right, there's a benchmark. We're not up to pace lap. time for one. How do we stack up? That's a 35.5. I mean, let's not judge a practice lobby by its pace. It could be worse. Let's go. It'd be nice to get the cam right. You can get a tool in OBS, like a plugin, where you can... How to explain it? You can tell it what areas to like prioritize quality to a degree. But you have to be careful with it that you don't butcher your stream in order to get like a certain area more defined. But you could, in theory, apply that to like your camera area so that that has a slightly better output quality, because the camera is scaled down so much from its original source. It makes it more liable to just turn into blocks and pixels, which is probably what you're getting from time to time. And like this camera is capable of like 4K level output. Like it doesn't deserve to be pixelated in that sense, so it's interesting. Yeah, I forgot I still have that. I do apologize for ads. I don't take much joy in them being ever present. I just... Now that I offered the alternative viewing on YouTube, I might as well have ad-free joining for everybody, just to give people a chance to see the channel and decide what they think. My current goal though is to get the YouTube channel up to the level it kind of deserves to be at now, you know, like now that I'm producing stuff. Okay, that's the server, that's not me. Okay. Wow. He just like pulled my wheel left. Okay, glad I'm on a direct, not on a direct drive for that. But I have found on the whole, oh, you got another screenshot. Let me have a look. Let's do stream inception. Okay. On a small scale. How do I know which? Oh, I know which is YouTube because that's got the corner graphic. Twitch. It may also vary with high motion as well. It's not looking too shabby at that scale. Although if I open them... I mean, you know, consider I am running butchered graphics today because I'm determined not to lag through encoding, through CPU nonsense. Can't see my browser. There it is. Opening browser. Opening browser. Yeah, this will tell you. Look at that blurry beard. Lacks definition. I think it's not the camera, it's actually just my face is blurry. But yeah, it... One thing I can see more definition in is maybe like the finer numbers and stuff. I think that's where the bitrate tends to start to do a little bit of work. Right, I should join, shouldn't I? we're not missing much. That practice session's not long enough, really. So, not long enough. Not long enough to be relevant when I join. Dissing the practice server. Yeah, I agree. The definition as scale reduces and the finesse of the like shapes. Yeah, I think bitrate starts to announce itself a little heavy then. Well, I mean, this is something to roll with. We can kind of do this race and one more in the time that the Sebring would have happened, so we can still get some good race value. And then I'm going to run away to eat, because I bet you I will be craving dinner after that. And a beer. I've got some Estrella ready to go. Have a beer tonight. Then off the desktop. One minute. Is it even 1 minute? Yeah, there we go. Guess we can check if everything is working. Hey, we get to go race though. How about it? I'm hoping this level of race has been pretty stable today. I don't think we're under the same issues as... Do you know, the last time we had a server go down like that was actually wet weather. They tried to do a spa event, I think, and they had to take the weather out of it because servers weren't loading. Get it better on YouTube? Yeah. I might turn it back up a bit as well. I might use the the slower encoder. Because the other benefit of recording at that bitrate is so that the playback is good, because I'd prefer people to see my stuff after the fact on YouTube, because that does more for me long term than Twitch's VOD system does nothing for the creator. If you're wondering what YouTube does that's better, is I get kind of a metric of how many hours get watched. If someone watches an hour stream playback, that helps me move towards a partnered YouTube channel. Simple as. Weird question. What's my sort of music? I'm going to stop listening to music because I can't think about... Weirdly, I can't think about one type of music if I'm listening to another. I get like a brain block. Where would I go for music? If it wasn't for the LMU soundbook, I'd play some for you, but it's going to be on the VOD, so I can't. I grew up loving the Chili Peppers, which got me into the almost like the funk end of stuff, weirdly. Before that, I would be into like a lot of guitar music, like almost like punk pop stuff at the time. But Chili Peppers got me into like good bass lines and guitar. And then through them, I got into more like, I guess hip hop's got to be in there, but we're not talking about... Oh, don't I? I didn't notice the timer. Let's go. Probably talking about more like sampling hip hop, not necessarily like your most popular like American hip hop so much. Hootenanny High Fade. I'll try and remember to look at that. Thank you. That'd be cool. Because then I guess through hip hop I learned about like sampling, and I got really into that. Like I still love like sample artists. Because then I realized that hip hop was made up of loads of old funk and soul. So I've got a good ear for like old soul music because of that. Don't necessarily listen to it all the time. And then I started to realize how much I liked electronic, like dance, house. But again, I'm not somebody who would just go, oh, I listen to this artist specifically, or I tend to move through artists quite quickly. Oh hell, I probably love that, man. A lot of funk tends to go slightly too in on itself. Like, it's great, but it's kind of a niche in music where you can really go into it and love it. Especially if you're a musician, like super satisfying. But for me, I need a slight, like, an element of it is good, but I need a slight like edge of electronic or hip hop to kind of keep me with it. And that's changed over time for me. So like when Mark Ronson brought out albums, like the Ooh Wee track, that album, I can't remember what it's called, and the later one, which sampled like Coldplay and Radiohead and loads of big bands, I thought it was really cool because he was like remixing decent music, but in a way I'd not like heard it remixed before or sampled. So he's a good example. Moment. Yes, I would love that. I'm actually really glad you guys are bringing up stuff I haven't listened to, because it's nice when you're like, how have I never listened to this? DJ Shadow was quite a good one, but his stuff is slightly more low tempo. But as a sampler, like, he was huge. Do you know who else came through that was like exactly what I'm talking about? Jamie XX, after the band The XX first released stuff, Jamie XX started sampling and making like dance and like old, almost like jungle. This car is too sketchy for my opinion, but we're gonna live with it. I wish I could play audio right now, I really do. It's so frustrating that this game audio jacks itself. I'm gonna have to fix somehow. Hey, there's another Frank in this lobby. Someone get an RPG. Nice. No, thanks for the recommends though. Power metal colour. Oh, these are old country songs. Why do I feel like I think I've listened to the reverse. I've heard like countrified versions of heavy metal, but I love bands that do that if they do it well. But yeah, rhythmic, funky, like bass line and drum being tight can go across a lot of genres of music, but that's gonna get me, you know, like that's gonna make me really like it. Because even playing, so I play the guitar, but I like to play like rhythmic stuff. I'm not really like a noodly guitar solo kind of player. I actually have this like massive respect for people who can play like that, because it just doesn't work for me. Like, it's not my way of playing, and I'm kind of happy not playing like that. So I've always been in bands where like I leave the other guitarist, if there's two, to like do that stuff, to do like the wild solo-y improvised stuff. But then they would say to me like, how the hell do you play that rhythm that you're doing? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just how I play. Like, I'm not trying to do something, it's just what I'm doing. I must have like a different switch for playing like that. Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to leave anything in the Discord, yeah, feel welcome. I can open like a music channel in my Discord as well if you want, because it's just not that active at the minute. And if people are going to use, you know, how did I lose half a second there? It's because I'm waffling, isn't it? Ah, what? That's usually how much time I lose when I lag, but I don't think I lagged, did I? I think I'm just slow. I think this is driver error. Though I'm gonna gain it all back here. Mia Hansen? I don't think I've heard of. Right, now I'm not reading in full. I'm just grabbing this lap while I can. Although, the way I'm going right now. Come on. I think I've got to remember how much grip is available in this car with the downforce. Cross exercise. Oh, we made some time. And in fact, looking at how close the grid is, half a second would do me a favour. Does the whole production themselves? Nice. That's the kind of thing I wanted to do and I would like to be able to do. Musically. I guess that's why I like streaming, because it's like a mini self-production thing. With less talent, because I'm trying to race. Yeah, a good cover makes you like it in a way that you didn't the original, or like you never saw the original in the same light, for sure. I'm gonna move my Discord because it's trying to block all your chat. I'll put a those that are in my Discord, I've just made music chat. If you want to share stuff without having to like DM recommend it, because my DMs end up with like organizational stuff all the time. But my Discord now has music chat just sat there, so you want to paste like a link to a recommend or a song you like or whatever, like let's do it, because and then I can just browse it and be like, hell yeah, feel free. You should have the perms to just, if you don't have the perms to link, tell me, because I just need to change that in Discord. Should be fine. I think I've told people off for posting links to things that weren't really what the Discord was for, so everyone's pretty well behaved. Done. Nice, thank you. Short race. I'm too lazy to do the maths. Come on. Have we got any lap times? This screen could really be more useful. I don't get these gaps. They were 130 somethings, so 1.5 times. But 36 liters in. I think that's too much. Far too much. But let's call it ballast and balance. Okay, so game is gonna berate me for not qualifying in the top 10 again. It probably expects me to finish first. You know. Come on, guys. Left lane is lagging here. Come on. Come on, left lane. We're backing up. Okay. Okay, we got like a supercharger from the back. I hate the start system. What is this? And now he's brake checking. Great. Oh, I nearly got spun. So nearly got spun. This guy stopped. You've got to love the ones who charge ahead and then end up right in your face. See a spin. See an awkward rejoin. Oh, guys, what are you doing? Right. Still, a bit of braking and hesitancy actually saved us there. So we crack on. Thought I was going to late brake then, but we're good. Have a safe race. Thank you. My days, they're making it difficult, I tell you. Oh, I panicked then. I thought this guy full send it. Appreciate it. In happy news, we're not seeing anywhere near as much lag today, so I might have finally found the graphic settings to reduce it for a short term. Hopefully. Where are we? 14. Oh god, he's coming from a way back. I'm braking slightly early because I don't want to run off too soon, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the mirror for that. I think we've got pace to stretch back towards top 10, but it's going to be tricky. We're a long way back now. There's a gaggle up there, look. Good to see. That means the more they fight, the more they back everybody up. Oh, there's some spooky stuff going on here. Need to get close enough to maybe go on the straight. Let's go. There's very little slipstream effect following these guys. It's not going to be too simple. Still trying to get the right braking point there. Not really, no. I can adjust, like, I could reduce the force on the brake pedal to make it less likely to lock up. That can be helpful. But no, if they set it up with a low wing as fixed, which I think they must have because it's quite sketchy, you don't really have a choice. So if you're wondering why everyone is skating around, it's probably quite a loose setup. Okay, the action is happening. We're going to rejoin here. This doesn't look good for me. Oh, I'm so glad I left the lane. Wasn't the worst rejoin, but not the easiest to predict. There's no way you can really go at that chicane. It's pretty awkward. Okay. This other... Oh no, the other Frank's dead, I think. No? Other Frank is... Oh yeah, he's dropping. There can only be one Frank in the top 10. I think my braking point's around 150, but I don't want to brake so late and murder someone. 4 on pace alone. Easy. That's when I spin. Nope. Like that. That curb is death, by the way. If you over like egg the car and try and have any input on that curb, that's as close as you get to like an ACC curb where it just deletes you from the race. E10. Still sight of P8. Let's go. This is actually a fun combo. I guess it's less fun if you're one of the cars that get wiped out, right? I'm actually really happy with resetting the rig and stuff. I think it's actually done no harm to my driving either. I feel like I'm slightly more in control of the acceleration. I do wish you could get a run on people out of here, but it's so difficult. As I said, yeah, I know. But I don't say things sometimes. Yeah, I put too much pressure on my left wrist because that's like my braking side, because I have a 3-pedal set. I can't move the brake pedal over enough to balance it with the throttle enough. I'm always sat very slightly out of line, which isn't great. And I think I naturally then just put too much pressure on my left side when I'm braking. I'm like grabbing the wheel too much, which over a race tends to aggravate the wrist a bit. So I like sat it more upright and slightly closer to see if it would change how I rotate the car, basically. Like put less of a strain on it. I'm still guilty of grabbing the wheel too much, but I can tell something's right because I'm just enjoying driving. Yeah, exactly. So I wondered maybe am I sat too far back and I'm like constantly pulling the wheel, like too much tension. Think we can get this car? And I'm going to be dragged back a bit by my lack of practice. Oh, so much understeer. Maybe that was being right under the other car. Wow, okay, no grip. It's turning into a fight for P9 or nothing now. Ah, too late. Little grippy curb, right to pull me into the void. I think I've cooked the tires a bit. I felt like I had a better exit, but it never really converts into a straight line. We're streaks ahead of the group behind at the minute. There we go. Much better. There was a bit of room left in that as well. I'm excited, Robin. So do you think you'll get onto this? I know you said you'll need a bit of like getting up to speed, but does this kind of appeal, do you think? I think you'll like it for driving feel, especially if you've ever got in the groove with R Factor before. Try not to oversteer. Nice, nice, dude. I couldn't remember if you had it. You're just waiting to go, and you might get lucky. It might be like, oh, I thought I was going to spin then. You might get like a massive evolution of the game as you join it, you know, and half the field will be relearning it. That'd be pretty cool, actually, if you managed to join like a first major update stage or something. Or, you know, join and have some of these things, niggles like ironed out already. Right, I've got to get a run here. Wait. What am I doing wrong? How am I losing time? That was clean. And they were clean. See how he like seemed to... I need to check. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do to change the drag, but I felt like I lost steam there on the straight. It's weird. I think minus mistakes, we have the pace to stay here. Shout out to Provost there for just being chilled. I don't think a fight to the death for P9 would do either of us any favours. I just got to break enough that he doesn't get an easy draft. I think we're good. God, they've made the LMP2 so much fun in this. Right, 5.7, then there's a 2-car battle for P6. Couple of laps left. Yeah, that's the point. Did we have any silly contact? We had a bit of a rough first lap, but I don't remember if I actually got tagged. I did get a knock coming out of T1, didn't I? Also, if you lose rear aero on these, my days, it's game over. Like, if someone takes your rear aero off, oh wow. Right, good luck. Ice rink time. Turning in too late for this. Doesn't look like we're hunting the guy ahead here. But 6 and 7 could start to disrupt things. True. Yeah, we got that clonk, didn't we? All good. Oh, down to 4.8. Something happening? Oh, cup of tea. Back on the brakes. What a great straight that is. How did I still end up ditching it wide there? So strange. Starting to find the confidence again. I'm a little hesitant on exits. I think you've got to get the power down and then manage the oversteer a bit more. In the position we're in, and the time left, I'm pretty happy. And then we can run off straight to Le Mans if we fancy one more for the night. Well, hopefully. We got it down to 4. Oh, there is another lap. I actually thought that might be it. Wait. I thought for a second they were slowing down. My bad. Be good if there was. No, there's nothing outside of the current official set. Wow. Current's not true, is it? But the 2023 official set. Okay, Stein is moving behind. I don't think he's close enough, but I hate this corner. I'm getting worse at it every time. That was just bad. I just don't like that corner anymore. Wait, this guy's moving like I'm not. I need to get going here. I do not want him to have a sniff through the final corners and send it. Yeah, I would love it if we started to see that though. Like some side content. I mean, I'm sure it'd be charged content or whatever, but yeah, for those who are passionate for it, people that go for it. I mean, with this handling model, it would make like rare and old cars really interesting to drive. I'm just going to make sure I don't like spin here. Stein can, he's probably a fast guy that lost time in a crash, so. Look at that, Launa and Vals there are neck and neck, 0.2 between them. You know what, for a no rehearsal race, that was alright. Right? Kept out of trouble. Inside the top 10. GG, thanks. Just need that replay tool so we can watch like lap 1 stuff easily. There's apparently like a third-party replay viewer, which I'm too lazy to prepare at the minute, but that will be an option. I just keep thinking it's going to be arriving soon, so I don't know. Might be too optimistic. Right. That was fun for a race I definitely thought I didn't want to do. I'm going to say my SR gain, driver rating gain is going to be 0 here. Well, I wouldn't mind a little, you know, top up. Well, that's the thing. I don't think we know exactly what the first priorities are. We know probably what they're not, but things like VR and stuff, like they will come, but not yet. Right, I think one more for the night. Let's register now in the Corvette. Can I transition back to GTE? That's often a problem because the LMP2s are so like wired in. Have a look. I'm going to say that was like a 0% race for me. It'll be like, you should have finished third, mate. Finished third. Oh, we finished 9th? Well, we got something. An up arrow. And I think with a bit less, I think we did well to avoid everything. So actually in that lobby, I was low ranked. So we actually did well. How that's only 1%, I don't know. ETS2 on and put Truckers FM on. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm going to do one more race. Yeah. One more race. There is the multiclass at Monza, but that's a long-ass race to do at the end of a stream. I might have done that earlier. I'm going to keep it simple today. I swear I'm cursed with streams, though. I'll say in, like, the thumbnail on YouTube, yeah, we're doing the weekly, and then, like, the weekly just dies. So it's like, nice false advertising, mate. Nice one. Now the question is, do I want to dial up one graphic element now that I've apparently got rid of the lag? I've obviously found a way to survive. A friend showed me Diablo. It looks cool. I don't know if I would play it. It looks really cool though. Monza, mate, Monza's a really simple one because in 2 laps I'll probably be in the gravel. What would I want back? Probably circuit or texture, probably. Maybe like some higher textures would be nice. You know, I could try a high up there. It's not looking awful, considering how low For context, all of this was on like medium high minimum before. I don't know why now that I'm down to this, but I am. I also had this up to high, which was nice. Yeah. Periodically played it. Yeah, did you play 2? Because I remember 3 coming out and it being pretty big for anybody who was already invested. But yeah, it was kind of off my radar. No. Interesting. Nice, so you came in on 3. Yeah, I just think aesthetically it would really draw me in. It's nice. Well, I'll leave everything because it's working, but I reckon I can start to go higher on stuff again. 6 minutes, that's not really worth a practice. What? We can just chill for 5 minutes, I guess. Haven't played Diablo games since the early days of D3. Really? So as a D2 player, you didn't dig 3? Funny, isn't it? If you've played a predecessor to something, it can really change how the next one feels. I'm trying to think what title I've been least impressed by, like an update. Despite it being like a series or something I really liked. GT7 multiplayer. Ick. That was like a worse version of multiplayer. In a much nicer game that should have been so satisfying. Don't get me wrong, single player, a lot of fun. Like, one of the coziest racing games still you can play. When that launched with multiplayer, my days. That was disappointing. I'm trying to think outside of racing. Final Fantasy... Let me get the numbers right. 16, the newest one? The newest one basically has English voice acting. It was quite well rated, but for me it didn't quite land. I was a bit disappointed. And I spent full price on that game because I thought it was going to be... It had incredible moments in it. Like really, really well made sections. I was a bit disappointed because it just felt like a very lazy story pattern. Alright, Vertex. Ooh. What's your driver tag? Keep an eye out. And then try not to spin you off either. Oh, Easy. I found you. Oh yeah, we might. You're right. We've got David Plummer. Anyone else? Oh yeah, you're in. But yeah, I'm potentially getting more commissions now to help make cinematic recording stuff as a result of the films I'm making. I was talking about this earlier. I've had a few inroads through people. If that continues, I seriously need to prioritize my PC before I even get race kit. Unfortunately, I've just not had as good a year self-employed to then go, yeah, go on then. I'm having to like tighten up a little bit. I also made the mistake of renting a flat that costs more than anything anyway. Much as I love it, and as much as I wouldn't want to change having my independence, you know, choice. Yeah, it was never the prio until I found some limitations, and these games aren't going to get less demanding soon, you know, like they're not just going to suddenly hit the optimize button and bring everything back down a peg. Yeah. There's no point in trying to make cinematic stuff if I'm doing it below par for quality. Thank you. I will probably, like via Discord or whatever, I'll let you know if I'm starting to look, because I would definitely appreciate people who know and actually have a strong interest in it. I mean, it's like Robinson here today was around when I started getting my first wheel, and the guys I knew, and still know, but the guys I knew at the time were like the most helpful in just getting me started when I got my first PC and stuff. Yeah. I'm far likely to get a good product through others knowing their shit more than I do. Because when I bought this one, I needed to balance one that would, yeah, it would play games, but it was actually make sure I could run my After Effects and Premiere and so on, which, thanks to the way Adobe's going, even they aren't as optimal now. Adobe's tricky at the moment. They're like pumping their software with features, but none of it really feels slicker for it. I'm not mad impressed, and they've jacked the price up for no apparent reason other than they wanted to. So if it was, I'm close to actually abandoning my Adobe to a lower software pack, but I kind of use it just enough that it would be too frustrating not to pay for it. I mean, it is my livelihood, so. All right, back to GTE. Thanks for holding out today, guys. Glad we got some racing after the server dip. Would have been a bit of a shame. Ah, hell yeah. Thanks for getting links out in the music chat as well. Nice. Ryzen 7 8. Ooh. Yeah, you see, I have never looked at or touched Ryzen stuff, so that's why other people knowing their stuff is useful to me. Because at the moment, if I can base record good footage in 4K, handy to have 4K, even if you downscale. If I can stably do that, that's a big win. Ellie, a strange glitch in that last race when motor map switched to safety car and screen looked left. What? at the same corner. Which race were you in? Was it Fuji one? Or did you do Sebring? Our Sebring crashed out, by the way. We got 3 meters out of the garage. Oh, you're in the same one? Fuck, I didn't notice. Apologies. You know what? Without replays, I don't notice who's in my lobby unless I'm literally racing behind them, ahead of them. It just goes out the window. Other games, I would be fully like, I'd be looking at who's in and like who's driving and. Alright, we did pair up with Vertex. Alright, avoid me at all costs, okay? I'm assuming the soft tires are still okay here. Didn't really think about that before. Right, this quali, I'm going to go out instantly and try and get an extra quali lap. Okay, that's interesting with the intel. You got bug splatted? Oh, damn it. Do your guys once, like, when you just close the game, still do a bug report? I reported that again today in the bug report because it, like, really annoying. It's like, I just closed the game. I don't want to report anything. I just close the game. I don't want to be reminded that bugs are out there. I just want to close the game. Oh, I reported it like, please kill this bug report on game close. Wish I could get a similar line in the race. I cannot get close to that when I need it. Right. I need to check myself here, but I think there's a driver who accidentally killed me in one race before. But I'm going to run it with the story that it was a pure accident and that it's nothing to worry about. Whoa, okay. This is awkward. Hello, sorry. Pick Delta. Oh, good. Wow, well that was 0 anything on entry there. This is no LMP2. I'm on a 7900, I think. And I think it was Mr. Git who was telling me that's like 5 generations out now. I really hope I don't spin like that in the race. Holy cow. The weird thought that I would have still probably been lapping Sebring at this point. Might have been somewhere near the end, but I'd still be in the same. Whoa. Okay. Might be good to have a visual cue that that's going to happen. Okay, quick. That's up. 3 laps. Go, go, go. Or at least get to the pit entry exit line. Go, go, go. I'm not actually sure on a short quali if there is time to get round, but yeah, the jump's not good. I think it's an Intel 7.9. I can't remember for sure. I think that's right. A few years old now. Wait, there's no way there's time for that. How is a minute and a half gone in the session? Am I like No, I'm not slow to load in because there's no cars ahead of me. There's literally one car that got out quicker than me. Maybe you can't get a second lap and it's just people were coming in late with fast laps then. Fair enough. There's literally time for one hot lap. Better get it right. Yeah, a countdown or a little iRacing style next session is ready, you know, so people can just relax. I understand that the server freeze might be a... Oh my, why is it so loose now? A difficult technical fix. But, yeah, something would be wise, I think. It just takes you out of the, like, the flow of it slightly. It makes you think your game just crashed. Why am I a drift king all of a sudden? I wasn't even trying to throw the car. Is this just the reality of the GTE after an LMP2? Feels looser than it did first race of the day. Literally, the rear is just trying to... I mean, that's on the braking, so that's brake balance, but... like the rear is trying to overtake at all costs. Yeah, cold tires, yeah. That'll do it, I guess. Long straight, cold tires. There's not really time to reset to pits now either, so let's not drop it. Oh. I guess quali map wouldn't hurt. I need to see how many litres is on the predicted when I get to 2 laps. Because that'll give me a more accurate race fuel. Because the race will be max 5 laps. Depending on the pace. Maybe about 17, 18 litres. Not the time to get loose. Alright. 6.25. As my predicted has just changed massively. And not to make it oversteer. I was very, very close to cutting then. Okay, 6.25, 6 point... See what it says over the line. Right, let's hope there's slightly more heat now. Okay. See, it's still 2.5 laps at 15 litres. Like, the prediction's pretty wild early on. But basically don't trust it straight away. You're better off trusting the fuel usage at the end of a lap on the left. It's trying, it's trying. Okay. To be anywhere competitive in a split like this, it's probably going to be 56s, 57s, but I don't know if I'm well rehearsed enough to just rock that time. We'll see. Not been a terrible lap there. I got, well, sector was purple, then it wasn't, so somebody's going quicker than me. That's kind of not a shot. Right. 6.3-ish does seem like a good estimate now. I'm on quali mode this lap, so let's see. Early. Come on, let's get a good one. Strategically warm up the fronts there for the Porsche curves. 100% intentional. Oy. I need to stay fourth. Just ride it out. Oh my god. Alright, come on. Okay. 6.4 nearly. Well, that was pole for a second. Wait. Look at those Ferraris. Both just casually pit me by 2 seconds at the same time. That was really weird. Literally, I was staring at pole for a second. Right, Vertex. Oh, I'm going down. I'm going down. I need to find 2 seconds in my life to stay competitive for the front. That's okay. Oh no, we're dropping right down here. I'm going to be like 10th at best. Wait, what? 52? Excuse me? Where's that come from? How do you... Well, it's technically a 53, but... It seems like the Ferrari is looking good here. But then Timo has managed to put the Porsche up. The problem I have with the Corvette here is I don't have much confidence. I'd say the rear feels very light, which is the problem I was having with the Porsche at other tracks. Okay, 30 litres plus other... like 35 litres. Should cover 5 laps.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start.
Even though it says 4 laps. Right. Final one for the night. I'm assuming everyone's on softs as well. There's no like... Yeah. What kind of time are you running, Subsy? Nice job, man. I'm stuck in 58s. I reckon I need to go back to Porsche at Le Mans. I don't mind the Corvette, but I don't think I'm particularly... I don't think I'm benefiting from changing to Corvette here. Other tracks, I was quite good, but... stuck at this freaking E1 business. Thank you. Thanks for the good luck. Let's go. 59.5, 4 in quali. Nice. Yeah, as soon as you start getting sub 4s, you know you're like spreading it together. I'm weak. I'm very weak in the first technical bit. I probably need to brake later at the chicanes with confidence. And then I bet you final sector's massive. I would look at the times, but for some reason, none of this data comes through. And it really like... Surely this data is here somewhere. I don't know. I think we just drive. Check. Fuel map. I'll run race at first and then I'll maybe go into quali fuel once I got the car settled. I want to lose a bit of traction control, but I don't think that's the thing to do at the race start. Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. E9. Photo Wolf directly alongside / behind. Why did that feel like such a slow getaway? This might be a bit of an awkward start. Let's see. Everyone just floors it. Like, this isn't a good start. Like, I want everyone to, like, roll together. All in good time. But, thank you. At least we got a little bit of space. Looks like somebody's going to trip up here. Hard to say. Oh, what was that? Someone just flew into a barrier next to me. Uh-oh, we're all dead. They are so lucky I backed out there because I would have just taken either one of them out. I think they might have even... I think they're dabbing the lights, which is either flashing the guy ahead or they're dabbing me to say sorry about that. I think he's flashing the Ferrari to be honest. Oh. Oh. I thought we were dying. Oh my god, I'm staying away. I really want to do this. I don't want to do this. This guy is like A, blinking, and B, we're already losing the group. Alright, how do these cars track then? We're holding. Okay, I think he's yielded. I need to get away. There's too much potential lag. No fault of his own. Okay. Ironically, the car that I think was a problem was the car I've had a problem with before. But come on, let's settle. Teleportation? He's pressing the teleport button. Bow strap. Ah. I hope we can catch this lot. Not stop him. Okay, we sort of saved it. Packs a little bit of punch in the low end acceleration. This. I can't really afford to do that too many times. This car has no legs. That's how it feels. That's just what I was thinking. This doesn't feel like it has the pace to like pick up out of corners. Considering how low the grip feels. Like considering it's not glued on the corners, and Matey Boy there just took a massive track penalty to get into quality fuel mode. That won't hurt, because it's possible everyone else is doing the same. I don't know if it really makes a massive difference or not, but if it gives you a little bit more drive, I'm going to need it. So, I'm going to need to check my previous footage, but I have a feeling the driver ahead accidentally, but very frustratingly, wiped me out of Sebring once when he was in a faster class. However, I could be mixing up people, so, you know. I'll make a mental note to check that. Simply because it means I need to be super careful. Right, Ferrari's had a moment, or been handed a moment. Oh, it's Vertex. I might give Vertex a push, because he's quicker than me. Go get Gautier, go get him. Yeah. I think he'll be quicker than me overall, assuming he's not damaged. Yeah, this thing's really slippery on exits, so you would think it would have some guts. I think the Ferrari and the Porsche at Le Mans are still the most inspired. Just push him off? Yeah, true. Along. What I said, right? I'm braking too early and too little. So now I got a freaking Ferrari out of nowhere. Where did he come from? I'm giving him 3 apexes before he sends it. I'm lucky. Probably next apex, to be honest. That thing is way more slippery than this car. It's actually hunting in the slipstream. That thing is poised beautifully. Did he just hit the wall? That car definitely moved across quick in the mirrors and lost time, so I'm going to say he did. If he didn't, then he spooked himself and had to get out of it. He'll be back. I need to put cars between us now. Position? No, I think that was a struggling back marker, right? Yeah. Just lost enough time to make the cut useless. I need to stay close-ish to Saint because at some point I think he's going to get the jump on that red Ferrari. Okay, suddenly I'm finding grip where I never had it. And I'm actually over slowing. Guess the car's getting properly warmed up. Yeah, like out of third, there's nothing. Like, there's just no grip. Grits, not grip. Kind of feels like I'm trying to fight a Ferrari with a hairdryer. 1.1. I did a 58 in the race already. I know I can go quicker in quali. Ooh. We actually managed to find that perfect get on the power slide without sliding badly. That was rare for me. I feel like under brakes the Ferrari is mighty though. He looks super confident. Feels like a matter of time. I'm just trying to make the most of anything that happens ahead. The Saint is catching right back up to him. Oh, that was late, but it worked. Look at this delta. Look at this delta. I don't know if it will turn into a lap time, but we're actually carving out some time now. I didn't notice if it was all sector 1 or just then, but still. This is fun. We're actually holding our own in 6th here in what I think is quite a competitive grid. Learning to find the aggression is going to be my major improvement in this. Learning where the car can actually be pushed. Horrible, horrible moment. I might say I'm 4th there. Third just seemed to die. Right, it's all bottling up now. It's final 2 laps. I'm going to say there's 2 left. Based on the pace. Easily. Great. Nice. What? Why is it always this guy? It's always this guy. Just get this guy off the grid. Brake checking people. Same guy that's taken me out before. I knew it. I don't know what their game is, but they need to get off the grid. It's funny, right? I was being super careful not to just rush call out because, you know, mistakes happen in any race and you never know what's going on for people, but that, I don't know if it was aimed at me, but that is literally the worst thing you can do. I can't race around people doing that. Like, and for some reason he's now just catching me like I'm not moving. I don't know if he thinks I'm someone else, or whether he was going for that other car. I really don't know. I'm getting flashed as well. Like, hello? Like, if there is history, I don't know what it is. So, yeah, I'm kind of interested in what's going to happen here. What? Who are you and what do you want? I was trying to avoid him. What do you want? Ah, that guy did not deserve to get caught up there. What do I do? Who are they? Like, we'll race on, we'll move on, but why is he calling me out? What? I don't understand. Can anyone explain? He collided with a different car on lap 1, right? And he's probably confusing. He's now just gone in chat to be like, seriously, mate, unbelievable. I don't know. You guys could see what was going to happen, right, way before it happened. I tried to stay right to give him an overtake. You know, if he wants to send, then just... That's fine. Like, just go. Be that way and go. But... Yeah, I just think you've got to get that out of here, because I've got no history. The only history I have with that driver is they've taken me out before, massively. And I didn't react to that. I was annoyed for like 10 seconds and it was like, right, fine, race through and move on. But... oh well. It just makes your blood boil, because it's like, I'm just here to enjoy the race. Like, why are you brake checking me? Like, was there maybe another Corvette on lap 1 that they came together with and they were like, oh, it must have been Lucid? You see how damaged I am now? Ideally, they can announce themselves in the stream, because then I can ban them. That would be easier. That would just simplify everything. Yeah, ideally banned from the internet and online racing, but we can't really. Good fight spoiled. It's always a minority though, you know. Don't know what's going on there, can't do anything about it. It's not the game's fault. It's just weird that that happened after I called it out way before, isn't it? Like, who are you and what do you want? I have a question, right? If you report someone on this, let's say an incident, and they get a warning or a ban, does that player get insight as to who reported them or what incident? Because the only thing I can trace back historically is I would have reported them for taking me out of a race, and they got wind that came from me and decided that, you know, I'm going to take this guy out then. I don't know. I doubt it. But if so, that's going to be a problem. Look, I'm doing a 356 as well. Best race of my life. Could be stream sniping. True. Yeah. Could just be trolling. I mean, maybe they make those compilation clips where people have crashes, and the easiest way to get compilation clips is to crash into the driver yourself. Oh! Oh, I bent my steering! Come on. That was my bad, I just forgot how damaged I was. How do you know he's P3? I'm gonna lose positions here because I'm damaged. Don't, buddy! Buddy! Buddy, I'm really trying hard for you, mate, to leave you some... I left you all the space in the world. Oh. That's unlucky. Or that's the car that got caught up before and decided to seek a bit of revenge, which is whatever. I don't care. Okay. Was it worth spending hours getting back on Le Mans and fixing my graphics today? I'll leave that to you. You decide. How do I feel right now? Like throwing this game out the window, along with the driver who decided to make that personal. So yeah, if you miss what happened, somebody had a revenge arc to fulfill that we don't have context on where it came from. We were brake checked and then we were punted, and I don't think they got the right person. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. Either way, they've been an absolute knobhead. Regardless of the truth. So, but we're going to finish. If it kills me, I've ailed cars through this section that are much worse, okay? I've got broken steering, I've got no rear downforce. The best thing I can do is bring this back in some state and defy General Cockhead. Mr. Gautier. I don't like to call people out. You're getting it, because you just, I don't know, intent wrecked a race on a driver that had nothing to do with you. Easy report, though. Reports like that are super easy. Yes! This is for you, Gautier. Up into my DMs next to make my life a misery. Go on. That would be nice. Sorry, actually, thank you, chat. I just gave it to chat. That would have been alright. Chat could... you could see that coming before it happened. DNF'd. So, no. Saint got third, though. GG. I have to go to the next screen to process the report. But I don't think this guy should be okay to race us if... Vertex, we were right with you. Great race. And then this... Just look out for this. This guy... I don't know what happened, but he thought I was involved in something. Brake check does, and then missile does at a chicane. So... I went from like potential 4th, 5th to whatever 12th. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't explain it. I am gonna report them and try and go through whatever channel I can, because that just kind of kills a race for anyone that gets affected. Like a Corvette got taken out. That had nothing to do with it. And I apologize to that car if my recovery from the spin was like, fuck their race. You know, I take responsibility for that still. Alright. Easy report. I would like to know where that came from. Like, what did they want from that race that I apparently took away for them? Maybe they're just trolling. Oh, unlucky Subsy. Yeah, I got intent wrecked, which is a first in a while. It could have been my livery. Yeah, the offensive yellow Corvette is very offensive to all. I'll just refresh this. Looks more like a stream sniper. I'm wondering so, because once in a Sebring race, they took me out as an LMP and I reacted saying like that was a really brain dead thing to do. So I bet you that driver remembered that and now has a bit of a like But I never got an apology for that, so I don't really feel bad about kicking off about it. Why don't I see the result yet? That's frustrating. I did. Okay. Apparently they're ready. Oh, man. If I'd known that was coming, I'd have made more of an effort to... You see, I avoided trying to hit them as well. I was like, I won't stoke this fire. I'll just drive away. But nope. Why does this race not have a result? I just need the result. I can't report without the result. I can't get the result. Come on, guys. If this result doesn't appear, then something is hacked, rigged. We'll give it another minute. So you've had problems before as well, you were saying. Like, I'm not the only one who's suffered, right? Because I'm not going to take it personal if it's just somebody who tries to provoke, you know, burn people's races for reactions. I will say, though, if I find out they're connected to people who clip your content and make compilations, if that ever proves to be true, takedown requests are going to go in hard. Because I'm pretty lenient with that stuff. I don't mind. But their content is getting burned if that's what they're doing it for. Well, that got me adrenaline up. Just waiting for the event history. What? There's no race result. Is this... Huh? Oh, okay. So, okay. We'll just wait then. I need the result so that I can process it. Calling people out on Discord is not the way in this community stuff. Even though it'd be tempting. Can I ask a favor? Can anyone remember or backtrack on YouTube fast just to say which lap it kicked off? I'd rather include that so that if the report has to check it out. There we go. The thing is, do you know what? I'm going to make this report on a hold screen a second, right? I'll tell you what it is, but I'm not giving him the satisfaction. They're not having the name on this screen right now. Lap 4. So on lap 4, driver slowed, braked, repeatedly brake checked, then intentionally wrecked. Confused, why targeted hit. On lap 4, General cock, repeatedly brake checked, and then intentionally wrecked. Confused why. Targeted hit. That sound alright? Done. Also report for harassment. Harassing in chat after driving into me. There we go. Sorry guys, that's really boring for you, but do you know, if it had been a genuine mistake or a bit of a wild move, I'd be like, you know, we won't do this here. Like, keep it. We'll deal with it later. Don't bring it to the stream, but I don't have a choice when that happens. Sort of showed itself for what it was. Sorry for the, you know, kind of took us off what I like to do, which is just have some good races. And that was a good race. I don't care about safety. We would have gained a nice chunk of DR there without that takeout. So would have been nice to separate ourselves from the, you know, in ranking, so we don't have to deal with that again. I'm gonna maybe see if I can contact someone on the side and say I've had issues with the same driver more than once, and just talk about repeated harassment, you know, like. And if they were to do that to other people, I just think it's pretty sick, you know. Going again. Do you know what would be cool is if I could just restart this one. It would be good. I would do it. So you'll notice, looking back through that race, there was some chaos at the start with that driver and someone else. And I can only guess that they pinned that down to me. Yeah, it sucks. I know why they do what they do, but I think there should be repeat races of one format. And then you can just choose either side still, but I don't see the advantage anymore of running them alternate. Like, let's get more races. Let's go again. Like, I had a top 5 that race. That was really exciting. That would have been cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to contact someone and just mention that there's been repeated trolling or like something. Something has happened that doesn't feel right. Yeah, no, there's not going to be any more just because it's 40 minutes. I would do more. Like, I'm not put off by that race. Like, that was out of our control. That was fine. Maybe I should just raid someone then. Thank you, new followers, by the way. Swiss Mizzy today. Thanks on YouTube as well. The VOD, he's always there on YouTube. Or if you get a bit miffed with Twitch ads, watching over there is just as helpful for us. So watch and chat however you like. Split between the two and dip in the chats if that's how you like it. Yeah, I'm going to go and eat. And then it's weekend, and then it's watching Motorsport weekend because there's Nürburgring stuff. Is it GT World Challenge Europe this weekend? One of the big series is firing up, if it's not that one. There's plenty to watch. I was going to say no weekend stream. You might find like a 1-for-1 session on here to try and make up some ground, because I feel like today we got robbed of one disconnect and then robbed because of someone who can't drive. So we'll get there. Thanks for The good vibes in chat, by the way. I missed that. The most important question is still unanswered. Did your passenger enjoy that ride? My taxi skills have gone up tenfold, thank you. Even in that, my passenger gave me a 10 out of 10 5-star review. However you rate a taxi ride these days. Thanks, Sakame. Thanks, Subsy. Good to see you, Robbins. Anyone on Le Mans Ultimate that we can say hello to? Who's on? Raggy's on ACC. An option. Le Mans Ultimate. There are some people on actually. I feel like we should.
I lost so much time. Rip.
Oops. I don't like this layout. Hang on.
Not good.
Right, mute. We can raid Sakari. I haven't raided him for a time. You know what? Go and watch someone fast. Oh, and see, this is why I don't like pre-rolls. That's why I don't like him. Can't connect to the stream. I'm going to send that raid. Thank you all for keeping us. I think we were like propped up in the channel in the game today. Thanks for coming by, checking it out. Send some nice energy to Sakari, who's just had a spin. So this is perfect timing for him. He's going to love this. I'll be... At latest, I'll be back Tuesday, but I'll think about putting one in between. Because I feel like today left some, like, you know... There was more joy. There was some good results out there today. I'm really pleased, though. I think our driving came on quite a lot in the last hour. So, where's that raid? All right. Been good. Appreciate you guys. Say hello to Kevin for us. And thank you for the follows. GG. Bye-bye. This race did not spark joy. We'll go again. Bye.